Welcome to the History-Telling Official. Imagine being a young boy who spent more time reading books than playing with friends. A boy who was constantly told he was different. A boy who dreamed of building rockets, creating electric cars, and one day taking humanity to another planet. That boy was Elon Musk. Long before he became one of the richest and most influential entrepreneurs in the world, he was just a quiet child growing up in Pretoria, South Africa. Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971. From an early age, he showed an unusual curiosity about how things worked. While other children spent hours playing outside, Elon could disappear into books for an entire day. He loved science fiction, technology, engineering, and stories about the future. Some people close to him even said he could read for nearly 10 hours a day. His imagination became his greatest strength, but school was far from easy. Elon was shy, socially awkward, and often became the target of bullies. One day, he was seriously beaten by a group of classmates and had to be taken to the hospital. Those painful experiences made him even more determined to create a different future for himself. At the age of just 12, Elon taught himself computer programming. Soon afterward, he created a simple space-themed video game called Blastar. He sold the game's code to a computer magazine for about $500. It wasn't a fortune, but it was his very first business success. More importantly, it proved that his ideas could become reality. Even as a teenager, Elon believed technology could solve humanity's biggest problems. That belief would eventually drive every company he built. But to chase those dreams, he knew he had to leave South Africa behind. His journey toward changing the world was only just beginning. At the age of 17, Elon Musk made one of the biggest decisions of his life. He left South Africa behind and moved to Canada in search of a bigger future. It wasn't an easy journey. He worked different jobs just to support himself while continuing his education. Every dollar he earned brought him one step closer to his dream. After studying in Canada, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. He studied both physics and economics, believing the future would belong to technology and innovation. Even in college, he wasn't interested in an ordinary career. He wanted to solve problems that could change the future of humanity. After graduation, he was accepted into a PhD program at Stanford University. But something extraordinary was happening at that exact moment. The internet was beginning to transform the world. Elon believed this opportunity was too important to ignore. Just 2 days after starting at Stanford, he made a bold decision. He dropped out to start his own company. Together with his brother Kimball, he founded a software company called Zip2. At first, money was extremely tight. Some nights, Elon even slept in the office because he couldn't afford anything else. He spent every waking hour building the company. His hard work finally paid off when Zip2 was sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. For the first time in his life, Elon Musk became a millionaire. But instead of retiring, he decided to risk everything again. His next idea would revolutionize online payments and bring him one step closer to changing the world. After selling Zip2, most people would have retired with their newfound wealth. But Elon Musk wasn't interested in a comfortable life. He believed the internet could completely transform the way people handled money. So he launched a new company called X.com, an online financial services startup. At the time, sending money over the internet sounded like a risky idea, but Elon believed digital payments were the future. X.com later merged with another company, eventually becoming PayPal. PayPal quickly became one of the world's fastest-growing online payment platforms. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion. Elon Musk received hundreds of millions of dollars from the deal. Most people would have protected their fortune. Instead, Elon invested nearly all of his money into three incredibly risky companies. One would build rockets, another would reinvent the automobile, and the third focused on clean energy for the future. Many experts believed Elon Musk had made a terrible mistake. Then came the failures. The first SpaceX rocket exploded shortly after liftoff. The second launch failed too. Then the third mission ended in failure as well. By 2008, Elon Musk was running out of money, and both SpaceX and Tesla were on the edge of collapse. Everything depended on one final rocket launch. If this launch failed, Elon Musk's dream could end forever. In September 2008, everything came down to one final launch. If Falcon 1 failed again, SpaceX would likely run out of money. Years of hard work, sacrifice, and investment were hanging by a single thread. The countdown reached zero. This time, the rocket kept climbing. Minutes later, Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. For the first time in history, a privately funded liquid-fueled rocket had reached Earth orbit. Mission Control erupted in celebration. Elon Musk had proven that SpaceX could succeed. Just a few months later, NASA awarded SpaceX a contract worth $1.6 billion. The deal saved SpaceX from financial collapse. At the same time, Tesla was fighting its own battle. Many people believed electric cars would never replace gasoline vehicles. But Elon refused to give up. Tesla introduced vehicles that were fast, powerful, and completely electric. The world slowly began changing its opinion. Sales continued to grow, and Tesla expanded around the world. SpaceX kept making history with reusable rockets, a breakthrough that dramatically reduced the cost of space travel. The companies that many people once laughed at were now leading entire industries. Elon Musk was no longer just a successful entrepreneur. He was becoming one of the most influential people of the 21st century, and his biggest ambitions were still ahead. By the early 2020s, Elon Musk had become one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world. But for him, success was never the final destination. His biggest goal had always been making humanity a multiplanetary species. That dream became the driving force behind SpaceX's most ambitious rocket ever built. Starship was designed to carry people and cargo to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Meanwhile, thousands of Starlink satellites began orbiting Earth. Their mission was to provide high-speed internet to people almost anywhere on the planet. Musk also launched Neuralink to explore the connection between computers and the human brain. His goal was to develop technology that could help people with serious neurological conditions. He also founded the Boring Company to rethink urban transportation. In 2022, Elon Musk completed one of the biggest business deals in technology history. He purchased Twitter and later renamed it X. The decision sparked global debate and attracted enormous public attention. Supporters praised his bold vision, while critics questioned many of his decisions. Few people in modern history have inspired as much admiration and controversy at the same time. Yet one thing is difficult to deny. His companies have changed the way we think about electric vehicles, private spaceflight, satellite internet, and emerging technologies. Whether history remembers him as a visionary, a risk-taker, or one of the greatest entrepreneurs of his generation, his impact on the 21st century is already impossible to ignore. The story of Elon Musk reminds us that history is often written by those willing to risk everything for an idea they believe in.